Hey guys and gals, welcome in. I'm Kris Keefer. This is RacerXOnline.com with another garage build. I'm at Fox Raceway today with an undercover type of motorcycle. So this is a 2025 YZ450F. If you guys know me, I'm not all about the bling, not all about how it looks. I'm not your typical vet guy. I'm all about what works and what makes me better rider out on the track. So as you guys know, I've been bitching about the Yamaha for quite a bit. You know, I love the bike, but also it's a lot of bike to handle after 10 minutes. So we did this part one in August of last year with Phil Nicoletti's bike. We had a whole bike build with Twisted Development. So what we want to do for a part two, like we promised, is bring a stock YZ450F out here, put the RP throttle body on it with the Vortex ECU. Of course, we got REP suspension, little things, a Kropovich muffler, but we wanted to come out here and test just a stock motorcycle with this throttle body to see what it does. The goal here today is try to get a Yamaha YZ450F that's long, linear, easy to ride. Some of you guys are probably commenting on your TV right now, Keefer, just go buy a KTM. Keefer, just go do this. Well, yes, you could do that, but then now you're switching chassis. It feels different. The Yamaha package is really good outside of the engine. And I'm not here to talk trash about the engine, but it is quite a bit of motorcycle if you're coming off of a 350 or even a Kawasaki. So with that being said, we're going to try to dissect this thing, see what this throttle body does. I'm going to bring Jamie in here after I ride to ask a bunch of questions, and we're going to dump a bunch of info on you right after I ride it. But I'm going to spend pretty much about, I don't know, 6 hours on this thing today, and then we're going to come back, talk to you guys about it, and really dissect what it does on the track. So stay tuned, be right back. All right, guys, we're back here. I got the man, Jamie Ellis from Twisted Development, and I want him to explain the throttle body. So the RP throttle body, it's capable of a lot of things. I'm going to let him because he's way smarter at it, but let's just get the elephant out of the room right now because I see it, and we're going to talk about it. It's $2,800.
Yep.
So throttle body, Vortex, shipped to you, already preset. There's many, many maps that you can try, but what is, before I get into what I think it does, what's its purpose? What are we doing here?
So, if you want to go series beyond the dyno. Right?
Yeah, beyond the dyno. Because I don't give a shit about a dyno. Jamie.
Right, and I do.
Okay.
And I also care about this even more. So, the RP throttle body has 2 injectors in it. We use a specific size to our bore, which is a little bit bigger and tapered and some other cool stuff that they do for us. And what I would say is it offers a lot of feelings. This bike in stock trim is one of the best running stock motorcycles there is. Peppy, lightness, feeling, can be a little bit much for some vet customers. This is making more power and it's also easier to ride. So whether we use the Yamaha injector as a top mount, spray straight at the plenum, or a KTM style injector, and it actually is a KTM injector.
What did you say, plenum?
Yeah.
What is that?
Right, the intake.
Okay.
Yeah,
Us dumb people need to know what that means.
The intake plenum towards the valves. Sprays right at the valves.
All right.
So that's going to be the more aggressive, ready to go right out of the corners feeling that you feel, that wants to pull the wheel, the lightness, all that stuff. And then switching over to the KTM injector, which has a lot of atomization. The butterfly comes up, that injector sprays directly at the butterfly. It is exploding like insane amount of fuel and atomization and vapor. Pressure is a lot easier to light than raw droplets of fuel. So that feature, we've been able to trick and do different things and achieve different feelings that are beyond the dyno. And so the reason why I'm so passionate about this style of stuff is because I've experienced the feelings that I've gotten and the feedback that I've gotten. And yeah, it does work really good on the dyno, but the feelings and the rideability are a lot more important than what you're going to see just in sheer horsepower.
So ClubMX,
Yep.
lots of privateers.
Yep.
Who else is on this throttle?
BarX Yamaha.
BarX Yamaha.
Pretty much all of our professional motocross teams are running this throttle body, and because of the cost, that does kind of set back, right? Like it's a whole machine throttle body. It's billet. It's beautiful.
But you'll never see it.
Well, you can feel it though.
Yeah, you can feel it.
So I would say that process and that everything that we put into it does create a different riding motorcycle, and those are the things that I'm really excited about.
Okay, so for me, you can just keep going back in the video archive talking about Yamahas. I race Yamahas on my own time because I like it. Why? Because it's exciting. It gets me out of the hole. It gets me to a good start. If I want to be able to beat Mike Brown and these guys, I got to start ahead of them. And even when I do that, I fail a lot. But I need something to get me out of the gate. But the problem is, 10 minutes into a moto, I'm whooped because it just like a light crank feel. It spools up quick. It's hard to manage. If I'm trying to push it and ride it, it's just a lot of bike for me to handle. So I've been searching with flywheel weights, Vortex ECU tunes, all these things. And when I rode Phil's bike last year in August, I thought there was something there. His bike was too fast for him. I'm like, we should try this throttle body on a stock bike. So now we're here 6 months later. We have an Akrapovic muffler on here, which I think is a great muffler because it just smooths out the power just with that alone. And then you add this throttle body with the tune, with the Vortex. And for me, what you say is the KTM injector.
It is actually a KTM injector. Yeah.
Okay. So what you're going to get out of that, you're just going to get a more manageable Yamaha, but each gear is longer. There's a perfect example today. I'm sure Simon got it. You go over a roller today, and then you can triple up on top of like a double-double. So with my normal 450 that I brought here today, I have to make my mind up. I got to shift right away when I drop down off that single and get into third gear. With this, I can leave this thing in second and it pulls longer and it's not yanking my arms out of my socket. So that's one thing I noticed right away. And then when I start rolling around the track, there's just so much feeling and traction and what we call in the world of testing connectivity, which is your right hand connected to your rear wheel, your rear tire right here, and how much that has. With the stock Yamaha, it has a lot of spool up. It's very free, so you break traction a lot, or you're wheeling. The front end stays down a lot more with this throttle body, and I just feel like I'm getting more forward bite. So overall, and I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do. And I told Jamie that, and he's like, well, why? Everybody likes it. I go, just because I thought it was going to be too much. A lot of times when me and Jamie go test, I complain a lot because I want a slower Yamaha. And in his world, that's easy to do. He wants to build faster stuff. So in order to build controllability within this Yamaha is a very, very tough thing. So this throttle body, although $2,800, if you are a Yamaha guy and you're racing and you're serious, I think it's a good spend.
Well, and it is from the aspect that if you want all of that fun, excitement, whatever, you just click to the one of the 10 preloaded maps. That's going to be the Yamaha injector only. And then all of a sudden the bike wants to rip out of your hands and you have everything you could want on a deep, loamy day. Right. So the adjustability, the tunability that this thing offers has been so cool that we just can't look the other way, if that makes sense. Like it's been really rewarding.
A couple questions, because I know we're going to get it. People are going to say, why don't you just buy a KTM, Keefer? Why don't you just do that?
Well, I mean, you could. They're also great motorcycles.
Right.
I grew up riding Yamahas. Whenever I see the blue front fender, I feel pretty excited. Yeah, it feels like home. So if I was a shootout guy, I'd be a little jaded. I just kind of like Yamaha. So if you do just love Yamahas and you want it to ride like what your buddies may say they experience, that's what we're trying to offer. Yeah. That's the whole goal of this whole thing.
And then second, hey, the Yamaha Power Tuner app, I can't make it slower with the app alone?
Not to the tune of injector relocation.
So the parameters aren't as wide, right?
No, they're not.
Right. So yes, you can make your bike a little bit different with the engine character with the Yamaha Power Tuner app, and we have apps and that will do it, but sometimes you need to go a little bit further. And if you're a diehard Yamaha guy, you love your bike, but you just want it to have more control, more rideability, better rear end traction. This is, I don't want to say the magic setup, but this is something that I've actually never felt before out of a Yamaha. Like I said, on my other bike, a flywheel weight, I have a Vortex, I have an Akrapovic, I'm trying to calm it down. This has calmed it down the most that I've ever felt out of anything that I've tried. So yes, $2,800 is steep, but if you want to just go all in on your Yamaha, I think this is a secret weapon. As you guys know, I'm not a blingy type of guy, If I'm going to make my bike good, I'm going to have something underneath the hood here to make it good and make it look like it's stock. And this is a stock looking bike. Look at, we got little things like a seat concept seat. You know, this is a little softer foam, a little nicer on your butt. REP did a great job on suspension. So we have a more comfortable ride and a little bit of a more comfortable engine character to make you last more than 10 minutes. I can make a joke right now, but I'm not.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
If you want to last more than 10 minutes, TD, Dad. No, but seriously, guys, Twisted Development Racing.
Yep.
You can call them and get it straight through you guys.
Yeah, yeah. We have them online, and they are made to order. So we need a little bit of time to process to get them together. But yeah, they're ready to go.
If you have any questions, you can always hit me up, Kris@KeeferInkTesting.com. And don't forget, if you want more technical background with this, we're going to have more information on my podcast. You can just go to KeeferInkTesting.com. We're going to do a show with Jamie and really break down each injector, what that does. I've written all these types of settings, and we're going to break all that down over on the podcast side. But this is just a little hors d'oeuvre for what we're going to have over there, so go check that out. Don't forget, 12 issues, Racer X magazine. We still have that. If you want to read, you still read?
I'm excited to see them every time they show up.
That's right. Remember the mail? Remember the mail?
I do. I do.
12 issues, $30. Get yourself a free calendar. And again, our door is open for you guys. Keefer Ink Testing, happy to help you guys. Don't forget, more information over there, so go check it out, and we'll see you on the next garage build.